everybody. It's Alfre. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everybody all around the country, around the world. I know y'all are listening in, but especially happy nappy Juneteenth to my brothers and sisters who I grew up with on the north side of Tulsa. I was at Yorktown Place in Apache. Y'all remember? We went to, first we went to Ralph J. Bunch Elementary School, and then we went to Marian Anderson Junior High School. We are the manifestation of Black excellence. Yes, that's who we are. We yield from people that first of all got the news of emancipation 2.5 months late because they needed to keep us in servitude. And once we heard that, we walked out of enslavement with nothing but the rags on our backs. And within months, there were colleges, Black colleges springing up around the country. There were businesses flourishing. There was Reconstruction, and that was a period when there were more senators and Congress people than ever before, Black people in the national legislature, because we were the dominant population in the South. There was a time of explosive energy and striving and productivity. And in response to that, that's when Jim Crow reared his ugly head. That was a way to curtail, to stamp, to obliterate Black progress. But you see, it didn't work. We are the original education people, strivers people. This nation continues to be hoisted upon the backs of not only Black people, but all people of color and immigrants. That's who we are, and that's what we need to celebrate. We were celebrating long before they came to tell us that we could actually go walk down the road and have our own names and name our children and keep our children and everything that freedom brought. But we are celebrating every day in new ways. Right now, our hearts are sore, because one of the things that we realize, and we get reminded of it ever so often, is the fact that the knees on our necks and the guns in our back are familiar. They are the thing that has not changed since the Africans set foot on the stolen land, the land stolen from the first Americans. We do celebrate all the gains because we are from people that make a way out of no way, whether it is in business. When the Harlem Renaissance was popping off artistically up at the top of New York, same time, a financial renaissance was happening right down there on Black Wall Street in Greenwood. It was a time of Black excellence unbound. That's when every time there's progress, that's when you have to really protect the progress. Old people say freedom ain't free. You got to fight for it, and then you got to protect it every day, because the forces that were arrayed against your freedom and against recognizing you as human beings are up 24/7 trying to take it away. So it was this amazing time. We know the story of Greenwood. We're going to talk about it even more as the 100th anniversary of that massacre comes around in 2021. But today, right now, I just want to talk about Juneteenth, because that's one thing that we can do. Black folks know how to laugh and cry at the same time, how to weep and how to jump for joy, how to holy dance and how to shake dance all at the same time. That's how complicated, how complex we are. That's how we've survived. When I was little, we used to get those sort of sunsuits. They tie up here, right here, and they're kind of bubble like that. And we go over to Lakeview Park. I just thought it was heaven. I had no idea that was the only place we could go back then. Go to Lakeview Amusement Park, and it was out in this big park called Mohawk Park. Yeah, they named everything after the nations that they obliterated when they came here. It happens that way, don't it? But we go out there, and somebody asked me about a cookout. Who I'd have at a cookout? Anybody worth their Southwestern cred? No, you don't have a cookout unless you're a Girl Scout. We go to barbecues, not barbecues, but barbecues. That's what we have. If you're going to put something on a grill, first of all, it's got to be deep. It's got to be an oil barrel, or at least get yourself a Weber, and it's got to stay on there. If you don't have 12 to 24 hours, if you got a job and can't stay at the pit that long, then just marinate that stuff for at least 6 hours and then keep it on there slow for about 5 or 6 hours. But we have barbecues. So who would I want in my barbecue? Let me see. You know I have to have my sister Loretta Devine up out of Houston in my barbecue. I want Loretta Devine in my barbecue. Kevin Hart. You know you come into my barbecue. And Lil Rel. I immediately think of Lil Rel. You know why? These are my colleagues that are real. And they are incorrect, because you got to be incorrect if you're going to be a real person from Oklahoma or Texas or Louisiana, all the places that found out late. And we have, you know what? I don't eat potato salad outside of somebody's house. But I tell you what, I make mine kind of Cali now. I put capers and all kind of roasted potatoes and stuff. Okay, my phone rang. I can't believe it. But I was talking about how I make my potato salad kind of Cali now with the capers and the roasted potatoes. I use homemade mayonnaise that I make myself and maybe a little bit of Dijon. But if you're going to do like Black Mama potato salad, real Black Mama potato salad out of Texas or Oklahoma, you get your potatoes. Okay, let them cool, because nobody wants potato salad that's like mashed potatoes with a bunch of ingredients in it. All right, so you're gonna have some sweet onion, dice it up small so people won't feel like, oh, I'm tasting onion, but you gotta have in there or you won't have any flavor. You dice up a little bit of red pepper, a little bit of green bell pepper. Let's see, what else goes in there? Oh, boiled egg. And then when you finish, you're going to sprinkle a little paprika on top just for the color to make it good. Make sure you put a little bit of sweet pickle relish in there, a little bit of dill pickle relish. So you have all of that sweet, sour, kind of savory popping, the different textures, and then make your potatoes kind of al dente. Nobody won't like to have to gum some potatoes while you're eating potato salad. And that's what you're going to serve. Like I said, I only eat it if it was made in the house while I'm standing there. You know what? Right now, I want to talk about where we're going. We all have been jostled awake. With COVID, we fell into a limbo, and we actually looked at ourselves. We faced loss, mortality, ours and other people's. We were reminded that we all are on this earth. So whatever you do on this earth affects everybody around the earth. So think about that when you're using single-use plastic and other things. Yes, we are near the worst environmental spots, Black people and people of color and low-income people. So we got all of that to talk about. What are we going to do about it? We're not only going to be the change, we're going to come together. We're going to form coalitions. We're going to unite. We need allies. You can't just be mad, happy, or feel guilty, or feel sorry, or whatever you want to do. Complacency is not an option now. No one surrenders. We have a chance to move forward. It has been blown open by these circumstances. Nobody can deny the experience that our brothers and sisters have had at the hands of state-sponsored authorities throughout the entire time since the Africans set foot on this continent. But thank God for cell phone coverage, or we would never know that, or the videos. So now you know. Now you know what you're going to do about it. You're going to stand with people who are driving that change. We're going to use strategies. We're not just going to be emotional. We're going to move forward, taking the reins. Stand with people. We can do this. We have to do it. As my mentor and dear friend, Sister Maya Angelou would say, we can never be well if we don't heal what is the problem. I'm quoting her wrong now. But we've had Band-Aids across a vicious wound because we didn't want to face it. Everybody says, oh, it bums me out, or I wasn't here, all of that. That's beside the point. Now is the time that we make a move to finally be whole, to finally be free. Because if anybody's liberties are curtailed, if anybody is in danger, then we all are. So let's make a jump, a leap towards striving towards that more perfect union. You know, we're not going to get there, but at least we got to try to be what we say we're going to be. And right now, I can't think of a better time. There's a gap. Let's run through it. If we lock arms, we can all fit through it together, and it cannot close on us. So, all of that to say, when you are with people, you don't have to go marching around. You know, some people are just not like that. But when you're with your friends, with your family, in a carpool, at work, you know what people say. Correct people. Give people information. Don't let people get away with that, with the kind of toxicity they put into the air. And I just want to say, let's move forward with joy. My people have always waged the struggle with joy. It fills you up. It gives you determination. It binds you together. Black people weren't singing during this in the fields and during the civil rights movement and every other movement that has come along. They weren't just doing that because they were just happy-go-lucky like Hollywood would tell you they were from the way films have been made. It was energy. It was galvanizing. It was saying, I got you. I got your back. You keep mine. Let's do that, Americans. Come on. Black American history is American history, just as brown, red, yellow, immigrant history, it is American history. So claim it. Don't think you can ever sit it out, because sitting out is taking a side. You want to be on the right side of history. Otherwise, why are you living? Let's take a stand together. But right now, Juneteenth, let this inspire your children. Let my people's walk prove to your little ones all the way up what is possible. What is possible? What a great gift my forebears have given us all. Juneteenth, let's go for it. Now, you can party. Go party. Go party.